obviously I thought we had a complete performance there for a good portion of the game. I thought it was in three areas: defensively, offensively, and then just teamism. I thought we got contributions from a ton of guys. We looked totally different than when we played them the first time. Obviously, I think our guys were super motivated to play today because we just did not play well up there. Certainly give Eastern credit for the game up there. They played well, but I thought our preparation was really good. Guys were locked in. I could tell just in the way that we practiced yesterday, the way shoot-around was today, that we were going to have an energy about us tonight. And got contributions from a lot of guys, did a lot of really good things for us to build on.
You call it motivation, certain revenge factor for that game then. I mean, let's face it, the first game they looked rotten. They looked disinterested. What were they saying leading up to the game?
Well, I mean, they didn't have. I didn't have to say they didn't have to say a whole lot. I did all the talking on that one. So we just, and then obviously Christian's leadership is instrumental and tolls in those situations. But we to use the old Muhammad Ali, who I told him is one of the world's greatest athletes to ever walk the face of the earth. He used to wear shoes, then he put pebbles in his shoes just to be uncomfortable. So we wanted him uncomfortable the last day or two, and in a good way. That's how you grow. And our guys were certainly aware of the fact that they had him down 22 points in Ypsilanti in the second half. We knew that. So we knew we needed to play better, and I thought our guys played with great energy today.
The way they won this game for the most part, is this your blueprint going forward? I mean, you held them to 37% shooting, dominated the glass, and there was no dominant player. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I think he had four guys in double figures, and they shared the ball. They were looking for one another, and it just seemed like, you call it motivation, everybody was locked in it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, we had great energy, and we've had that on multiple occasions. Today it was good to see it we had it. Really, we got stung at the beginning of the game. They got out on us with 11 points in 4 or 5 minutes. I thought they were decking the ball and driving by us, and then we tried to get our defense a little tighter, guard the ball a little bit better. Thought we were successful doing that. But I thought what really set the tone, and you referenced it, George, was the backboard. We rebounded the heck out of the ball, both halves, both defensively and offensively, and I thought it really provided us with some extra possessions. It obviously ended up in some key stops for us with our defensive rebounding, and I thought it was a big impact on the game. That's the best I've seen us rebound collectively. I've seen Enrique Freeman rebound at a high level. I've seen Cam do it at times. I've seen some offensive rebounding possessions where guys have crashed hard. But the consistency in which we did it today, I thought it was, the best I've seen thus far in this season.
Performances like that, you can never guarantee are going to show up on a consistent basis. But how do you try to get them to show up on a consistent basis?
Well,
I'm sure that's what you're aiming for.
Yeah, I hope that they've learned. We've been through, where we've not played well, and now we've played 5 games in 11 days. We've learned a lot about our team. I do think we're getting better, and we've talked about what lessons we've learned. We'll talk about them openly. What have we learned about being ready to play? And the guys have been very, they've been good with it. I think, I don't know if we could have done what we did in this 5 games in 11 days and win all 5 of them had we not went through that week that we went through playing at Eastern, where we had a clunker, and then at Northern, where we actually played fairly well. They played really well. And we lost. We got beat. So I think that week, more than anything, has helped us grow here in league play.
You see, the one thing that's impressed me is the new guys. And mind you, everybody picked you to finish, I think it was
third
or fourth.
Third or fourth.
Based on the fact that you had all these new guys. From where I sit, these guys are growing into those shoes that left. Would you agree?
Well, yeah, they got to do it more consistently before I'll give them that. But yeah, I mean they're taking steps in the right direction. I mean, that's for sure. And you know what? I knew they had it in them, George. But you know, again, I always hate referencing how crazy this environment is that we're all in. You and I are on Zoom. Typically, you'd be sitting right here to my right asking me questions. Like, this is a different deal. And so, you know, when we got interrupted for 28 days, that slowed down our growth a bit. It was no one's fault. But now we've had a chance to play more games. We've had some continuity with practice. And so now those guys that we envision playing like they're playing right now are starting to come around. You know, so a lot of it's just the fact we've been very fortunate and blessed with some continuity with games and practices here recently.
Is there any word on Ball yet? Or is it too early out to know what's going to happen with that game?
On Ball State, as of right now, we're planning on playing the game. I got an update after the game from our administration, and we'll wait to see how the next 2 days play out. As you know, from when we played Kent State on a 36-hour notice, you know, anything can happen. And so we'll be prepared for whatever happens and do the best we can with whatever we need to do to improvise. And that's kind of been the methodology this year. But we're hopeful that we can play the game at 2 o'clock on Saturday.
And lastly, I'm going to end with a silly question. Do you prefer the suits and ties or the polos?
That's a great question. You know, this has been – I've always worn a suit and tie. I like how it looks. But in terms of comfort, I got to be honest, George, it's a lot more comfortable. And it'll be interesting to see once we get through COVID how many coaches will continue with polos and khakis versus suits. I haven't made my decision yet, if you're wondering where I'm at on. I lie somewhere in the middle currently.